Hey everybody, it's B Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about a bunch of new features that'll be in GTA 6. Let's go.
This is a disaster!
Got the drugs? You don't want me to come with a gun in your face?
Holy fuck!
Give up the money.
Ryder, not this again.
Want me to fuck you up in the ass? Can a low come up in your crib? Man, fuck you.
And life at risk!
The first feature we're going to talk about is that you can get sued in the game. Like, people can sue your ass. Say you hit someone with your car and they survive, or say you punch someone and they run away. You can get sued for that shit. Or, if you kill someone, their family can sue you. You can also countersue, which is freaking crazy. When you park your car, you have to pay a parking meter. If your car is still parked in a spot and the meter is up, you can get a ticket and you have to pay the fine. It's rumored that Lucia starts in the game as a cop. If in big trouble, she can call the FBI for help, or in GTA, the FIB. Jason occasionally gets locked up and you have to use Lucia to free him. If you don't, then you can't switch back to Jason until you do. A new feature is calling first responders. When in trouble, you can call the police, ambulances, fire department, or even the Coast Guard. As far as music, you can listen to Dr. Dre's full album. You can also listen to headphones to enjoy music while you're walking on foot. Jason likes basketball, while Lucia likes football, also tennis because that's what her husband liked. Jason and Lucia both have preferred favorite weapons to use. Our characters' personalities can vary depending on the day of the week. You can actually go into hospitals, even steal stuff like wheelchairs, which sounds funny as hell. A new feature is having these special watches that slow down time, aka bullet time or speed time up during certain situations to give you an advantage. In GTA 6, if you leave blood trails after committing a crime, the cops will have an advanced forensic team gather evidence that can lead back to you and you'll be wanted. Just leaving the area after committing a crime isn't good enough to lay low anymore. There's also detectives that investigate shit. In the last few videos, I've been explaining a whole bunch of features with law enforcement. I feel the cops and others are going to be very, very difficult to deal with. But that's how it should be because that's how it is in real life. There is also corruption amongst cops willing to take bribes and give you info like if the cops are planning to bust you or if your enemies are going to make a move on you. Wearing masks is key for keeping your identity hidden from NPCs, the cops, and CCTV cameras. When you rob banks or do heists, you have to disable the security systems, which include night vision and infrared cams, otherwise the heists won't be successful. A new feature is taking a second to actually put your seatbelt on, so when you have a bad car crash, you don't smash through the windshield and go splat and die. You can take city buses to get around the area. As far as the brand name of cars, there will be real ones mixed up with made up ones. A feature in 6 is that the NPCs have lives. We can see certain people doing stuff like going to the store or engaging in criminal activity such as beatdowns, robberies, and shootouts. You can put GPS trackers on vehicles to know where your targets are. In 6, you can party at clubs, criminal underground get-togethers, and house parties. This also being a part of boosting your status on social media, which I had talked about before in a previous video. On social media, you can spread fake news, rumors, and throw your enemies under the bus by manipulating the public so the way people see your rivals isn't good. To go even further on your social status, you can participate in protests to help your image. You can also have hobbies such as learning how to play the piano. You're supposed to be able to do your own podcasts, which I'm not sure how that is supposed to work at the time of making this video, but it does sound cool. There will also be cryptocurrency in the game. Again, that's something that's a big deal in the world today, so that's cool Rockstar has this stuff as a new feature in GTA 6. You can hire NPCs to create your own crew and cartel for criminal business deals and other actions you do, so the status of your criminal business is in balance and making sure people know not to mess with you, like ever. Making your reputation known from coming up in the ranks and your name growing, you're able to reach an ultimate kingpin status, like top of the food chain in the criminal world. But when you're number one, haters want your spot and will do whatever it takes to get it, so being the man will be a good and bad thing. you'll have the respect and power, but also have to face things like setups to get jacked, getting framed or snitched on, or members of your own crew turning on you. Robbing casinos will be a returning feature. Also, certain extreme weather conditions such as hurricanes can happen during the heists, making it harder to do. The weapons mechanics have been upgraded. Anytime you fire a weapon, different parts of the gun will have animations making it look realistic. You can also have the safety on or off your weapon. When things are damaged in the game, it's more realistic. It takes a while to fix. Like if a car blows up, the cops arrive as well as the firefighters to put out the fire, and then eventually a tow truck to take the wreckage away, which in game time could take several hours. If you cause a bunch of damage to a building, you'll see construction people fixing the building, and in game time, it could take months to completely fix the building. You can cause forest fires, which you can see from different parts of the city where planes have to fly over to drop water to try to put it out. In my previous video, I talked about making sure you sleep and eat when you need to, and don't overdo the use of drugs or alcohol. To take the realism even further, in the game, you can have heart attacks if you let your health slip too far for too long. I also talked about Tommy being in the game. If he isn't, there is supposed to be a big returning character crossover, whether it's Nico from 4, or Michael, Franklin, or Trevor from 5. Either way, that would be nostalgic, epic, and freaking awesome. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what features you're most excited about that I mentioned in this video. Is there any features I didn't talk about that you would like to see in the game? Like and share the video, subscribe, and tell other GTA fans to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.